One, two, one, two. What is up, everyone? Give me something in the comments and let me know you can hear me and I'm live. Let a brother know. I see a hey, bro. What is up, Jason? DJ T Major, loud and clear. All right. What is up, peoples? I'm just setting everything up here. Uno momento. That's my Spanish. Audio good, video good. Momento. All right, so let me finish setting this up. How is everyone out there? Can you see me? Tracy's here. Yes, I see you. I see you over in my other screen. All right. All right. Everything is set. What is up, everyone? Another episode of the DJ interview. This is Harry the Big Dog, and this is a milestone for me because this is episode number 40. I cannot believe that I'm at episode 40. The first one seems so long ago. Oh man, thank you guys for being here. This is more, I don't have any guests, but I will have guests coming on. This is more of a thank you for the support. You know, I'm just bringing people on that actually helped mold this DJ interview and get it going, get me going to get to number 40. So yes, thank you. Thank you, DJ T Major. I wish I could bring you on, but I'll shout you out in a few minutes. I'm gonna I'm looking over at my other screen. I see comments everywhere. Yeah, the journey. It's just an amazing journey that, you know, it's been 40 episodes. and we're gonna keep going strong to the end of the year and make this thing happen. Let me bring in a few people. Woody, where you at? I think I got you. I'm gonna send you a link, Woody. Invite. Where are you? Right here. I'm gonna send you a link, Woody. Come on in. Chris, thank you. I'm gonna send you a link. Jason, I'm gonna send you a link. I just want people to come on and you know, feel a vibe with me. Where are you? Chris, Jason. Excuse me, y'all. I'm just so like overwhelmed right now, and I need some people in here to keep me woosah. I got my adult beverage. I have some people coming in shortly. And hey, I got a question. What how do you guys think this DJ interview is doing, and where do you want it to go? Who do you want to see? So let me know in the chat. Let me know. Give me some love up in here. So let me know that. We are just celebrating episode number 40. I should have had a big like banner or something that said 40, 40, 40. I got my stoplights in there. I got the orange phone right here. That's the bat phone right there. I think I heard somebody pop in. Chris, what's up, kid? Can you hear me? Let me put a black background.
I can hear.
I'm hearing an echo. You got me up in there? What is up, Chris?
Hey, you can hear me? You still hear an echo?
No, it's gone.
Uh-oh. What's up, champ? I can hear you now.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Happy 40th, bro.
Word. I'm feeling like it's a birthday or something.
Bro, you old. Hey, you grew up fast.
Episodes.
Hey, you grew up fast.
Yeah, man. So I asked in the chat, you know, yes. 40, 40, 40, yes.
40.
Oh man.
How does it feel?
It feels really good. It feels it's a great accomplishment from back when I didn't even think I would do one of them. From the thought just manifesting, and for it to happen and be on episode 40, and we're still going strong.
Right.
Oh right. Man, it's just a feeling I'm feeling right now, and I just wanted people to come on and. I got some other good news too. I did take a sneak peek after we talked earlier. I see somebody came on, but it don't have no name or no picture.
Right.
Whoever's it is. If you're coming on a cell phone, then you know this system don't play well with cell phones.
Shout out to the chat room.
Howie D, what is up? 59 is in the house. Gary, I'm gonna send you a link, Gary.
He's at 1159. Who's 1159?
That's where we used to live in Edenwald Projects. Yes, I am from Edenwald Projects. 1159, first tall building on the left.
Wow. Well, hey, I'm representing the Bronx as well. Yes. River Park Towers. Stand up. All those River Park Towers people.
Oh, yeah. River Park people.
River Park.
So I know you've been on a few times, Chris, and you've seen how this progressed from, you know, the first episode where I probably looked all nervous and everything, interviewing the guy I'm about to bring on, Gary, DJ Mr. Anderson. What do you think about how it's progressed?
Yeah, it's amazing because I like one of your quotes where you talk about how DJs are just aren't shown the appreciation that they deserve, right? Underappreciated, and their stories haven't really been out there. So one of the huge wins I think that this platform has created is a way for DJs to get their story out. Because this world that we're moving into, this information age, where the new currency is based upon engagement, people need to know your story. So I think what your platform has been able to do was help get their story out. To get out, how do they get to where they are and where they see themselves going? And also the huge part, think about this for a second, Harry. Because of DJs, the whole quarantine became palatable. right? Because
Yes.
because think about if we would have went through this and DJ D Nice would have never stepped up to show that just
Right.
because we are disengaged from each other, we don't have to stay that way. He stepped up, and then other DJs. You couldn't go on Facebook without seeing DJs keeping the party going.
Yeah.
Without that energy, where would we have been without the DJs and their stories, right? So this
Yes.
platform has created an amazing way for us to continue to connect even through a pandemic.
Yes. Oh, yes. Totally. Jason, I'm gonna bring you on. Gary. This is my first interview. Gary, DJ Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Put some
Oh
respect on
man.
it.
So Gary, I'm
Hello,
Jason,
Chris.
I'm bring you on too. Hey, this is the Jason Hodge, media planner extraordinaire. So Gary, you were the first. You were the guinea pig. You were number one, and we talked about it afterwards. How nervous we was.
Mhm.
Hey, he was the trailblazer, Harry. He was the trailblazer. He led the way. He led the way. Nine.
Yes,
Way.
Gary, you were the number one. You were the first person that said, "Yeah, I'll go first."
Yeah, this goes up. It's going to be something historical. You know, I can say I was there.
Oh yeah. So I know you. I know you've seen episodes on and off. How
Mhm.
do you see from the first episode when we did ours to the later ones in the last couple of weeks?
Well, I noticed that you seem a lot more comfortable. You know, the questions flow, the answers, you know, they flow a lot better. Well, the guests a lot more interesting than I was, you know, so there were a lot more things to ask.
Your story was great, bro. Don't even downplay it.
You know, I don't know. I mean, you know, yeah, the famous guys on there, you know, and you know, people, you know, been around the world and things like that. That was, you know, as a DJ, you just want to hear things like that, you know.
Right. But
You know,
one of the things why I created this is because of DJs like you, the ones that only are known in their local area. You know, you got a voice too. You got a story too. We grew up in the same projects. You moved out to New Rochelle and created your own clique. So everybody has a story. Jason, I know you didn't come in the first episodes,
Right.
but you've seen some of the later ones.
Oh,
What
yeah.
do you think?
You know what I'm loving about this whole process, and we've talked, behind the scenes,
Hmm.
but it just shows everybody that you don't have to wait for somebody else's platform to do something.
Ooh.
You make your own. And I think that is really the heart of a DJ is that, every DJ worth their salt, they don't wait for somebody to put them on. They just do their thing and then they just grow, And I think that hustle and that grind showing that here it is, you started this thing. And I mean, you did something that, even for you was crazy. You're like, okay, for the next 30 days, I'm going to do this thing. You turned that thing into a job and it paid off because
That's why I need these.
exactly, and so it paid off and everybody, just saw the momentum grow. And I think that process right there is the inspiring thing because it's like, how do DJs start? But start,
Yeah.
start. And then they just keep on going. They don't stop. They don't stop. They don't let the fear of what if, none of the what ifs come into play. They just keep on going, hit the next gig, and keep it pushing. And before you know it, they become the name.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, speaking it, bro. You speaking it. And this thing has been in the works, some of you guys know the story. This idea was from 2013. I had this whole DJ interview idea and didn't do nothing for 7 years. It took a virus and people to stay home for this to come out.
Mhm.
So,
Well,
hey,
I got a question
Rhonda.
for you. I got a question for you, Mr. DJ Interview.
Yes.
What is it like for you now being on this side of it? I remember when you started, it's like, okay, I got to do this and I'm going to do this. And I remember the years that you avoided doing something like this. Okay. Now we're here, episode 40. It's a major milestone on something that you yourself would not have defined yourself as. You would not have said, I'm going to do this. You would have avoided it. You'd have told everybody, are you crazy? There's no way I'm going to do something like this. And then out of the clear blue, you're like, I think I'm going to do this. And we're like, really? So what does it feel like for you now being at episode 40?
It, like I said, it's a little overwhelming. I did not think I would be here.
Mhm.
It's that idea started way back when, but what
Mhm.
made this happen was two people. International DJ Tommy Lee, you got to do it with the hands,
Mhm.
and DJ Lady D Wells.
Uh,
They were the first to tell me, yes, I'll help you.
mm,
I'll
mm,
help you get people. Thank you, Rhonda. And Rhonda came in. I'm gonna thank everybody. Matt, like I said, it's a little overwhelming because you guys know I was mostly stuck in my retired mode for a long time,
mhm,
and
mhm.
swear I wasn't coming out. I will help you. I'll stay behind the scenes, but to come
Mhm.
up front and to
Right.
Dan, what's up, kid? I'm gonna bring you in a few minutes, Dan. Um, just to come up and say, hey guys, I'm gonna do this, and
Mhm.
had no idea how I was gonna do it. Like I said, DJ Lady D Wells and international DJ Tommy Lee helped that process because they gave me that push, that
Right.
mental push that you need. Because if had they said no, there would be no episodes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Had
Mhm.
any one of them said no.
Mhm.
So being on this side now is like, wow, I open the doors for other people to come on and tell their story, like Gary. We had Rhonda Supreme come on with Chris, and we were talking about different things. What were we talking about, Chris? Rhonda, if you're still there, what was we talking about? Um,
Yeah, I can't
the,
remember, but
the language we touched on, how you present yourself
Mhm.
when you're doing these interviews. You know, I hope it's just not messy, but it's a little stage. It's got some turntables. It's got some speakers going on.
Mhm.
Always the bat phone. But we were talking like that. Matt, the blind DJ, Matt DJ Mix Mash,
Mhm.
totally blind, brought him on. It's just to bring people's story to light. There's a whole bunch of DJs that I haven't touched yet. Podcasts, yeah. I think Rhonda, we gonna talk soon, but I think I'm gonna turn my YouTube into a podcast. Me and Chris talked about it too. It's just being on this side is totally different. Not being the audience and just sitting back and looking. You have to. There's a lot of moving parts here. I have you guys there. I have people waiting in the green room. I'm reading the comments. I'm making sure I touch everybody. That
Mhm.
from episode 1, that didn't happen. Me and Gary was just like, "Hey, Gary, hey." But
hey,
now, Gary, like you said, the comfort level is there just to chat with people,
Hmm.
and
so hey
it,
Harry, so after 40 episodes, what's the biggest thing you learned about the DJ community after interviewing all these powerhouses, after interviewing all these people from different parts of the world, nationally, internationally? different races, different faces, different places. What's the big lessons you learned from about the community?
The community loves the DJ world. That, I didn't, you have the passion. I used to DJ. I haven't DJed in 19 years. Since 2001 was my last official party. So that passion to do it, you don't hear as much. But when you heard certain people talk, especially the younger DJs, like DJ So Lovely, DJ Fame, DJ T Major. I had him on the next couple of weeks ago, and he's saying that as a new DJ, he never thought he'd get an opportunity this early in his career to be interviewed. So it was a dope thing for sure.
I
And
agree.
it you don't have to be a superstar to have a story. That was one of the other things that I learned, Chris. You don't have to be one of these people that was out for 40 years and got a name and been on radio to have a story. Everybody, Gary had his story on. Everybody that came on had a story, and it was amazing to hear people's journey. And it was the same journey in different view. Everybody's different point of view. So this is just like, wow. Hey, we're gonna bring on DJ Woody Wood. What's going on, DJ Woody?
I finally fixed this internet connection problem, bro.
The interweb wasn't the tech gods wasn't with you, huh?
Nah, man, I had no idea what was going on. What's up, fella?
What's going on, Doctor?
Good seeing all of y'all.
Y'all remember DJ Woody Wood? He came on. He was, what number were you?
I think I was, number 13 maybe?
13.
13 or 14?
Wow.
That Saturday. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep.
It was fun. It was nice.
So DJ Woody Wood, and asking Gary the same question, from when I interviewed you to now, the past few, what do you think? How do you think these things have changed?
I think the younger ones have a lot of energy.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
they kind of remind, like me, I'm retired, 57, been doing this since I was about 8 years old. So, I'm not trying to DJ every week. Like, I have a Sirius XM show, which I only do on holidays on the Groove. But like these younger guys, they kind of, I look back, I was like that at one time. I was real hungry, just always, just constantly on the grind. But after I put my time in, I just said it's time to let some of the younger ones have some fun. And they've taken it, from what I heard, from what they learned from us. When I say us, I'm talking about the ones that's been doing it for a long time and ran with it. And what I like about it, they took from us and they built on it. So they actually, to me, they improved the game. And it's like, some of us had to suffer with the money. Like, we weren't getting those $1,000 paychecks. in the 70s. But, you got cats now that's getting like $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year, $20,000 a show.
Mm.
So
I've seen the top 10 highest paid DJs
mhm.
and producers. And the top paid one, I think they were making like 46 million a year.
Damn.
I mean, what kind of,
Wow.
American money.
you almost made me cuss on that one, man.
I did.
Dog. But I
Yes, the
I-
lowest one, the number 10 one was only doing 15 million. What a low life, right?
Oh, yeah, the key word being owned.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I started bringing on the younger ones, because you feel their energy. They were like us when we were younger and
Exactly.
starting.
You know, the
that
thing I like
glare,
about
that glow.
the thing I like about them is, they're willing to learn, they're willing to listen, and they take constructive criticism pretty well as long as you're not overly criticizing. Like if they do a mix and they miss a beat or something, you're not, come on, man. You know, like some folks get, want to just like scrutinize every little thing,
Yeah,
harping on like some of the good things you do, and it seems like we're trying to, like go after these younger cats like that. I won't say baby them or coddle them, but just encourage them. And like I said, they taken what they learned from us and ran with it. And I'm
yep,
not mad at them.
yep. So, Chris,
Yeah, yeah.
I know you came on and we talked about you were number 6, and
Hey,
we talked about stepping out of the comfort zone for some of these DJs because I felt that was needed earlier in the whole 30 days
Mhm.
because people they don't step out and they don't fear, and I went through that too and had to do that to come and step out to do this.
Right.
You know.
Yeah,
Where
I
do
think
Mhm.
I think about when you were just talking about the difference between a new DJ and an old DJ, and the first thing that hit my mind was mindset. Right? The new DJ, they don't have the history an older DJ has. They have what they have, and they're able to leverage it. So it's really just a mindset difference to step out your comfort zone as an older DJ and embrace what's here. But you have this experience that a newer DJ doesn't have, but sometimes it holds us back. So you start looking at what's keeping me where I am, what's keeping me from really experiencing the fullness of this thing I have this great passion about. And it's all mindset, right? It's about you can do anything that these newer DJs are doing and probably have an advantage because of what you know. So it's all about stepping out, being bold to step out on it. That's like DJ D Nice. His story is so amazing during the quarantine of him stepping out of his comfort zone. He could have just stayed in his comfort zone and went down in the halls of fame as a DJ. He didn't have to go clout chasing. He didn't have to do anything, right? He could just stay where he was. But he
Right.
said, forget this. There's something I have that is still valuable in this world today. And if he would have stayed in his comfort zone, we would have never experienced what we're experiencing now, a great boom for DJs. But you know what? There are some DJs that need to step out so it could take the industry to the next level because there's some things trapped inside of our experienced DJs that the current marketplace, they don't even have a clue of what it is to really party, right? Really how to throw down the mastery in those techniques. So
Yeah.
I think the DJ industry is going to continue to explode the more DJ interview is able to tap in and pull those stories out and extract that experience and get it out here in the marketplace. It's absolutely incredible, the potential.
Yes. Just shouting out a few people. We got DJ Paul Howard here. He's coming up next
In
week.
Building.
We got DJ Howie D. What's up, kid? He was one of the people that was early in this whole. Actually, he was the first week. DJ Howie D. So thank you, DJ Howie D. DJ Tommy Lee saying nice shirt. This is his shirt for everybody who don't know. Let me expand this so everybody can see. DJ international DJ Tommy Lee.
Nice.
So I'm gonna bring you in a few minutes, Tommy. DJ Kid Tree. He said back in the days we weren't making anything. Technology brought him money.
That's good.
Hey,
So
like
yes,
I said before, I'm not mad at him. He took advantage of it.
yes.
You gotta
DJ So
grow.
Lovely is checking in, and we would So Lovely. We were just talking about you, about your energy, how you were when you came on. You was us back in the day when we were just starting out. So big shout out to her. Thank you. Thank you.
You know what though, Harry? What's amazing right now is that whereas before that word of mouth had to do all of your traveling for you, now DJs can be global literally overnight if they understand how to pivot, especially right now when everybody is at home. You've got this opportunity, this window of time. And if you just start to take all of your assets, and that's that creativity, and then push it into the marketplace, understanding how to go about doing that and how to be consistent with it, you will blow up your whole existence. So, I mean, right now we are in such a great time, such a great time. And so this is the perfect time for the DJ interview series, because now they get these nuggets that they need in order to grow their business and to collaborate with other DJs.
Yes, that's what the community is for. We got, I talked to one of my guys yesterday, and he's moving to North Carolina and was wanting to know, me and DJ Tommy Lee, he was wanting to know if we knew anybody out there. And we were like, of course, there's people in this community that's from there, and we've had on the show already.
Mhm.
So you're already hooked up. Use this thing. Use this.
Hey, Harry, another powerful thing about this DJ interview, when I read a book, I could learn in a few hours what it took somebody 20 years to learn.
Great.
When I watch an interview, I could learn in an hour what it took a DJ, all the pain, the frustration, the lost money. I could learn in 1 hour what it took them to get out of tough situations and get from passion to profit, right? You just don't want to stay in passion. You want to move from passion to profit. DJ interview, you can get in 1 hour what it took a DJ 20, 30 years to learn.
Right.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
Can I jump in? I want to piggyback on what Jason said about the technology. Like, if you look behind me, I got over 20,000 records.
Mhm.
Now, think back then before Serato hit, or any file sharing device hit. Please.
I'm
Really?
catching up.
Okay, I'm about to say, really? But if you think about it, like, you have like the Serato, the virtual DJs, and anywhere you can get music. Before, you had to have vinyl.
Mhm.
That's what separated you from every DJ out there, was your vinyl collection.
Mhm.
You could have something that was you might have heard, you might get before the radio. You break it out at a party, everybody wants to know where you got the record. Nowadays, something comes on, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, download, boom. So to me, like, I love Serato. I'm a Serato SO3 user. I broke down and my mother actually got it for me back in 2013 as a present. And I hated it at first, but I love it now because I used to carry 23 crates of records.
Uh,
And I will never carry another record again as long as I'm black. It's easier with a hard drive, but I was just thinking, like, that's what really separated a lot of cats back in the day, was their their music collection, and what you could bring to a party. You might have a different version of a song on a 12-inch that's nobody else has, and instead nowadays, like I said, just download it. But it's technology. I finally embraced it. I'm not mad at any. What you got, an SO1 or what?
this is all the music you need.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yep, Gary.
Oh, man. Man,
That's
you
all
know,
the
I
music
turn right up my
you
room.
need. DJ So Lovely, she said, now everyone has all this music, but they don't know what to do with it, or they don't know what they have.
Well, she's
You
absolutely
still
right.
gotta have skills.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Still, what's going to set? I can give you my hard drive, and you might not know what to do with it because you don't know what's on it.
Yep.
Mhm.
It was like,
DJ Kid.
before you continue, I'll tell you a funny story. I was watching these two young, I think the one girl was 20 and the guy was 19. and they were doing a 60s, 70s music battle. So I wasn't trying to be critical, but they decided to do Motown. So the
Oh,
one girl played Al Green's "Let's Stay Together." So I typed in caps, that is not Motown. That's my. So she comes back at me and she says, "Look at the back of it. It says Motown." I said, "It says distributed by Motown.
Mhm.
They got a distribution deal through Motown. Al Green is not a Motown artist."
right.
Oh,
So I
show.
had to tell her, I said, "Don't battle an old head that's been doing this probably around the time when your great grandmother was doing this."
Mm,
Something I do know, music is one of them. So I was trying to be nice when I explained that to her.
mhm.
You know, but that's why I said, like I can give you one. Oh my God, we're gonna do a battle like all 60 stuff. Okay, see what you got.
You
It's
see
saying
the
the
difference, though.
What's
The
that?
difference with a person who is seasoned, and I think that is where the younger folks, that's where they need to kind of slow down just a little bit and understand that with that seasoning, with that age, comes a Rolodex of information that you just can't get inside of the mainstream. You have to know it, and that's when you are steeped in it. Just how you were able to show us, like, okay, well, hold on, Al Green wasn't a Motown artist. There's a lot of nuances that comes to the table when you bring that history to it, and it shows up in the music. It shows up in the way that you mix that music. So there's
Mm.
so much to it, and if you don't understand that, if you just come on it's like when I talk to my kids now, and then so they will reference a song, they're like, "Oh, that's such and such song." I'm thinking like, no, actually, that song, it stems from the root of that song is in a song that's 50 years old. So if you don't know that because you haven't heard the original, you don't have a Rolodex to pull from to give to your audience, and that's where your audience loses out. So you've got to be able to listen to those who have been there already to be able to bring that to the forefront when you get your time.
You are so right, Jason.
I agree 100%.
DJ So Lovely is saying nothing replaces living through something.
Right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
carrying records
Thank
is
DJ Kid Tree saying he did his years of carrying vinyl. His last time was July 4th of 2008. So I'm assuming you just made the switch from then.
he
Made
bumped
the,
on.
Tommy,
made
I'm gonna bring you in.
Mm. Hmm.
Who
Hmm.
said, hey, Harry, who said that's why I have a mentor? Who's that? Somebody in the
DJ
chat.
So Lovely.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
power, right?
yeah,
That's, you know what? There's
yeah.
a lot of power in being coachable,
Hmm.
teachable, right? Allowing yourself the opportunity to learn from somebody, right? Always being open. And I think that says a lot about an individual when you're willing to be mentored, because it's not about your age or how long you've done it. Because it's like some of the older DJs are great mentors to some of the younger ones, but at the same time, the younger ones are going to be mentors to some of the older ones,
Mhm.
right? You're
Hmm.
never, it's like, because you're never too young to teach and you're never too old to learn,
That's right.
right? So it's about what younger people could do is tell you more about leveraging technology and leveraging what people are listening to and doing now. But at the same time, that younger DJ can learn from the experience and understanding music from an entire different perspective. So
Yes,
Hmm.
it's some good stuff. That's a great perspective about mentoring.
yes.
Right.
DJ Kid Tree, he said he's still learning from his teacher to this day. And
And
you
it
have
never
to be
stops.
open. Yeah, it never
It
stops.
never stops.
Yeah, I think as a DJ, you never stop learning. There's always more stuff out there you can pick up, learn, or implicate in your, what you're doing.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yep,
Especially
especially
when technology
with newer
changes
music.
rapidly.
Now, Mr. DJ, Mr. Anderson, is that where you get the DJ voice from? Do the DJ voice come along with all the stripes that you learned, or you gotta drink peppermint water, you gotta drink lemon water? What you gotta do to
Hey,
get
hey,
that
Chris,
DJ
he's
voice?
Army too.
Oh, he already okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he's Army too. Hey, Dan, I sent you a link if you've
I,
seen it.
I have to
But
speak to this thing that Dan just put up there, Harry.
yeah,
Okay.
it's not gonna all show, but he said,
Yeah, okay. He says, I think that's true, but if you do your research, and he has in parentheses Google, you can go deep. But as you say, there's the stuff in the cracks, corners that they won't have. This is especially true if they haven't followed their parents. It's very difficult to get in the corners. Okay, here's the thing with Google. Google only works for you if you know what you're
What
doing.
you're looking for.
True.
Without that, all it is a bunch of information that you don't know where to put. Okay. So you got to have a foundation in order for Google to actually work for you. And too many people go into Google, get themselves messed up because they don't know how to look for what they need to look for. And without the guide to show you what to do, how to use Google, you will spend all your time, your energy, and you end up spending all your money because you get wrong information. Because Google is getting it from somewhere and Google doesn't check the accuracy. So you got to be
Right.
careful with Google. You have to know and go with somebody who can guide you through. Don't look at that. That's garbage. Look over here. Google just is a repository of information. It does not check for accuracy.
Yeah.
Right.
Wikipedia too. They
Exactly.
only accept what you give them.
Exactly. Exactly.
I tell
That,
you,
that's it.
I had a mentor myself when I was 18. This God rest his soul. His name was Dr. B, and he was about 25, 30 years older than me at the time. And he taught me about equipment, how to play wedding receptions, how to play older crowds. Like, for example, like when we first met, and we was doing a reception, he asked me if I can get on. And the first thing I did while the bridal party was coming in, I started cutting up the treacherous threes at the party. I mean, just cutting, scratching, you name it. And he knocked me up from turntable so fast and was like, "The F you doing, man?" Said, "Listen, what you trying to get paid?" And from everything he taught me, from music, older music, up until the way I wrap my wires on my equipment, I give him all the credit.
Hmm.
Because he always said wires aren't supposed to be seen
Right.
when you set up equipment. Your setup is supposed to be like you keep your house, hopefully neat. And I noticed that because I started getting like all these compliments on the way I set stuff up. And I say, look, from the cat that I learned how to wrap wires, how to hide wires, make sure everything is laid out professionally. So if somebody come in, it's like, presentation is everything
That's the artistry.
before you start playing music. And that's, one thing that, I try to show a lot of these younger DJs. And it's like yesterday, I was telling my wife when I think I was playing an Earth, Wind & Fire album in the house and Reasons came on. And I told her, I said, that's one song you never play at a wedding reception. And she said, why? I said, if you ever listen to the words, it's
Listen to the words, yeah.
one night stand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this one girl wanted me to play Good Kisser for her. And I asked her, I said, so you want your dad to know how well you give a blowjob? That's what you're trying to tell me. She said, that's what that's about. I said, yes, it is. I play it if you like. It's up to you. And I try to teach I call them my kids, listen to everything before you play it for a wedding.
Yeah.
If it has anything with I hate, I don't want you, I don't love you anymore, we're gonna get a divorce, you can't play it.
Right.
Even for kids, they may want something, and instead of the guy saying, I want to love you down, he's gonna say, I want to lick you down. No, you can't play that. No.
DJ Tommy Lee. Wait. International DJ Tommy Lee.
DJ,
Am I on?
Yeah. Your Honda hair.
I was about to pick my nose or something.
Rocking your shirt.
Nice, I like it.
I figured
Dressing
you
alike.
would. I even washed my arms. I put deodorant on too, so I wouldn't, I could have it for another couple of days.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing today, everybody?
Hey.
What's happening?
What is up? So Tommy, you were number 15. Yes. You started off the second half of the 30-day. So
Right in the middle. Sue, can you bring me
we're celebrating this 40th episode.
Oh, it's
And
40?
yeah, number
I'll have to
40.
unplug
Can you believe it?
the wire. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. You were number 15. And what do you see from how it was before to how it is now in the last couple of episodes?
Um,
DJ So Lovely is saying hey. Howie D is saying hey.
what's up, y'all? I just see more seasoned in the interviews. I see a lot more people's really enjoying being interviewed. I see the confidence in your questions, definitely. And like you said, you see the community is growing. So I get to see these brothers right here, and me and Woody's gonna link up soon because I want to go through his vinyl collection and see. There you go, showing off.
Show it off.
Showing off.
This is my bootleg joint, Rocky Mountain Shakedown. Yeah.
Right.
it's
Is that
live.
Uncle Jam? That's not Uncle Jam, though.
Nah, this is Rocky Mountain Shakedown. This was the '76 tour. On my,
What was on that? What hit was on that?
there wasn't a hit. It was a live concert
Oh, okay,
from Hampton Coliseum.
okay, yeah.
Harry.
In this
I heard a lot of y'all talking about vinyl and stuff like that. I used to be similar that way as far as oh, y'all don't know DJing because y'all didn't play on vinyl, but I realized people can't determine when they was born. So I had to realize and kind of give people a break as far as when it comes to that. But I just like to believe people just have to understand, DJing came from turntables, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just don't think that the CD or the controller or whatever is the end all to be all.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you, Monique. She's saying congratulations on number 40.
What's up, Mo Nikki?
And
Hey, DJ,
yes,
what's up, baby? My baby sister.
we got DJ T Major. He was on the what was it, last week or the week ago? All these weeks are just going in things. He
I think
collects
he was
vinyl,
last
but
week. It was a great interview with T Major too.
one, yes. And he said he collects vinyl, but he DJs on a controller. So that's a little different.
But what's funny too is like Serato is and is what it is. But I know there's a lot of people, especially DJs now, they collect 45s now, and that's
Yeah.
a thing. And my thing is this: like, I'm not doing that. I'm not spending more money on records I have already just to get it on 45s. You know what I'm saying? I'm not spending money to carry records, and I had to ask.
Carry little ones at that.
Yeah, and I had to ask a couple of. You got to excuse me. I'm trying to plug in my computer before it cut off. And I had to ask people because I like to stay on trend as far as what's going on, and I seen a lot of people with the 45s and stuff like that. So I asked a couple of people that's really respected in this industries, and I'm like, why you never collected 45s? And I noticed only people that's interested in people that's playing 45s are DJs. The crowd doesn't care.
Nope.
Do you know what I'm saying? The crowd doesn't care if you're playing on turntables. The crowd doesn't care if you're playing on CDs or your iPod.
They don't see you half the time anyway.
They don't even care who you. The only time they care if you mess up. That's the only time they care. You can have the best party. I called Woody 5 a.m. Yo, I killed this party. I did this. Only person, Woody probably don't even care. But he's listening to me because this is somebody like, oh, I understand. But the people at the party, they don't care. And I noticed with the vinyl and, people looking at people different because, oh, you don't use turntables and all of this. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's what everybody said. DJ So Lovely. She's like, say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, people, they don't really matter.
No, they
It,
don't.
Nope.
it really doesn't matter. It's all about like can you do what I'm asking you to do? Can it sound this way? And I always tell people, and I had to learn this myself. And as far as when y'all guys were saying experience and all of that stuff, and I do have to disagree with Chris. There's no book you're gonna read to get 30 years of experience. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
D,
I
D,
don't.
look, DJ So Lovely. She said in an earlier comment that what did she say? Now I ain't gonna find it. She said this DJ interview is the Cliff Notes. So
Yes.
you get within an hour 45 minutes, a snippet of their whole career.
Exactly. And let me just add to what she's saying. I come on to it also because one, I want to meet new people. Two is I want to hear what people went through. Three is there's information that I might not know. I've been DJing, and I like to say I've been DJing since the 80s, but I've been DJing professionally since I've been getting paid since 93. And I'm always the type of person like, well, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? What is that? Why do you do that? You know what I'm saying? And, a lot of you guys, I heard you had mentors. I think I had every person I saw a DJ might have been my mentor. They just didn't know it because I was focusing on what they did and things like that. So, you gotta go through those. Somebody's not showing up with your equipment that's supposed to bring your equipment. Somebody broke into my van and stole my records. I had a comedy club. I did a comedy club Thursday night, and then I had a big party. It was funny in B Anthony's in Times Square with Ted Smooth, and I had a party, and somebody broke into my van that night. I guess that night, and I was out of records. So all of my friends, they called me up. They had records, and I didn't realize how valuable records are until I lost a lot of them.
Show.
Because I took all of my money from the comedy club. I think I made maybe $300, and went to Beach Street and spent $300 of records, and I carried $300 of records in one hand. You know what I'm saying?
You got
Yes, Woody.
you got
I
DJ
see you.
crying that you lost them things.
But this is the crazy thing though. Like I spent the $300, but a lot of those records was promotional records. I didn't pay for a lot of them, but a lot of people didn't have those records. You know what I'm saying? So I learned the value of that the hard way, and you can't read that in the book. You know what I'm saying? you can't feel that in the book. You know what I'm saying?
Have you replaced what you lost?
Yes.
Have you ever replaced it?
Yes, but you know how what the true statement is you don't know it's missing until you need it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So fortunately, a year later, I got introduced to Serato. Like I got on Serato within months. Like within months, I asked a couple of radio DJs. I'm like, first, like once again, like I said, so many people is like my mentor because I just listen to everybody and see what they do. And I was listening to the radio, and one of the DJs was playing. I'm like, wait, there's no way that you can put that record on and cue it that fast.
I think we all went through that.
So I'm like, wait a minute, how did you cue that record that fast? And I know about marking your records and everything. And I used to mark them. Y'all probably my age. You put the mark on the record to go to the break part.
Yeah.
But this record just came out, and I know he's not that type of DJ to do that. But he went right to the point. So I was saying, I went to and asked a couple of people that I really respected and the industry respects. And I'm like, what's the deal with this Serato? Because my friend, he was one of the first people I ever saw. And he told me I need to get it. And I was in that process of CDs and still bringing records. And I asked my guy, and he said, "Yo, I do my show with this for like 3 months already." And he was on one of the popular. He was on one of the popular, biggest urban stations in the United States. And if I felt if he was comfortable doing his show off of Serato, I can do my parties no problem. What's that, Woody?
The Mark record, Crash Cruise, on the radio.
Radio. But okay, now that's Mark because that's your cue point. But you
Yeah.
have a market. But you have a market right on the vinyl, like a little piece of tape.
Hell no.
See, that's the difference. And most DJs don't do that. See, I'm from the Bronx where I used to see the DJs cover their vinyl, and then they got the little piece of tape on the vinyl to go right to the break part.
They
Mhm.
Yeah.
did that out in Jersey. They did that with Sarone's Look for Love. That they marked out every part except for that
Yeah.
real smidget of a breakbeat.
Yep, you put it right, so you can
Yep.
needle
So,
drop it
needle
right
drop
there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I have a
Needle
cracked
drop
copy
it.
of that record. As long as it wasn't cracked at the break part, we were good.
Right.
And I still got that cracked record up here on the wall
Now, Woody, how often did you get promotional vinyl?
all the time.
Good.
I've been getting promos probably since 75.
Right.
I befriended the DJs at WDAS in Philly, and they took me under their wing to teach me radio. So whenever they had extra copies, they would always hand me over a bunch of them. But when I started working Power 99, I
That
used to
was it.
office all the time. So I was coming home with a handful of promos,
Right.
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 Yeah, I understand.
And that's another thing too. Like, to be at a certain level of a DJ, you can't buy records because
Yeah.
if you buying a record, you too late already.
Yeah.
Because that one you brought,
You too
either
late.
you ain't get it in time or it don't have the versions that the promo has.
That's right.
And you know what too? That's true. But if they hear it on the radio, the records is not going to release that song until 6 weeks to 8 weeks later. And I never forget, I was getting my promotional stuff, and Groove Theory came out with Tell Me, and I could not get that record from nobody. Could not find it. So I started buying the bootlegs and all of that. But people wasn't playing it. And when I was playing the bootleg, people was coming up to me like, "Oh, you got this song? You got this song?"
Mhm.
And I was like, "Yes, kinda." You know what I'm saying? But
Kind of.
to be at a certain level, and to be at a certain level, and to charge a different price than the average DJ, you have to get promotional stuff. You have to, be able to have a little plug with the music to get in it. And like what Woody was saying, like now everybody can download the songs, but this is where you got to get creative now. So everybody got the music now, but it depends on how you play it. We can have the 10 same songs. I'm not going to play it the same as anybody else. You know what I'm saying? We can have all have the same 10 songs.
This is a test press in the Run DMCs. It's tricky.
You got a test press?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
It's a remix with the B side that says "Proud to Be Black." Yeah.
That's a test press.
Yep. I got one of James Brown Static up here. I was playing that about 6 months before it hit the radio, and they sent me a cease and desist letter.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I did a tribute to James Brown, and they shut that down quick. Yeah, they I couldn't even upload it. It was like, what? No.
I was trying to find it in here. It's in here somewhere. I have an acetate of Run DMC's Peter Piper with the acapella.
And I was going to ask you if you have any acetates.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So Woody, let me ask you.
I got one that Full Force did for Power 99 when they redid. I think the song was called "On My Mind" or something, but they put all the Power 99 DJ's name in it, and that was an acetate, which was pretty cool to have.
Okay.
DJ Howie D is saying some of those promos had remixes on it, and you couldn't get them at the record shop.
Yeah, you can't go to the record store. As much as Rock and Soul was the whatever,
Yeah.
You got to get them. You got to get them promos. Now, I don't exactly know the two guys up top, and they kind of quiet, and I feel like I'm dominating the conversation.
No, bro. You're listening.
You
Listen.
don't remember Gary, but he used to live in our building.
Oh, word. Okay.
What floor? 8th floor,
11th.
11th.
11th floor. Wow. Okay, that's what's up, Mr.
Wow.
Anderson.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And this
Okay.
is the Jason Hodge,
I like that.
media planner extraordinaire.
Nice. Thank you. Nice meeting y'all.
You too.
So Tommy brought up earlier about the community getting bigger. And, I'm celebrating now. We got 300
You got 300?
Facebook
You got
followers.
300?
Yes.
Oh, I'm slipping. I'm so slipping. Last time I saw it was 98. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I've been busy. I think I've been doing too much.
We've been working in the background. Jason is one of my marketing guys. I said media. One of my marketing partners. And we've been doing stuff in the background, having, mad conversations for 2 hours, Zooms for 2 hours, getting this thing to where it's going to be. And it's going to be, 30, 40,000 on there.
Well,
Nice.
We getting it there.
Nice. Might have some work for you later, Jason.
This tribute is for the DJs that help get this. And Tommy, I don't know if you heard, but earlier I had said, if it wasn't for you and Lady D Wells, this probably doesn't happen, because you guys were the first ones to say, yeah, let's do it. I'll help you. And started sending me a few people so I can make connections. Had that not happened, this probably doesn't happen. No episode 1 with Gary, no episode 40 with us here. So thank you.
You're welcome. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a super humble guy, and I always see the things half full. I think this would have happened. Maybe it might have not happened in. When did it happen? In May?
The thought was in May. It started June
Started
1st.
in June, right? I just would have thought it would have happened a little later, but I'm almost positive it would have happened though, because just the type of person you are, you know what I'm saying? And just when we was down, when we had our weekend,
The weekend.
we got to explain that one day, but
Yeah.
when we had our weekend, just the people that you met down there and the contacts and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure that would have motivated you to reach out to them, and it would have started definitely.
But you see how this goes? I already knew Gary. I know you. You introduced me to Cam. DJ Cam.
Shout
DJ
out to
Cam
Cam.
introduces me to DJ Woody.
Right?
And the thing just goes on and on. It took a whole world of its own.
Nice.
So, thank you guys. We had Gary, we had my other boy Chris, we had my boy Dave, we had Lady D Wells, we had DJ Fame, we had DJ Bruce, DJ
So
Shorty
lovely.
Love,
Shorty Love, yeah.
DJ Howie D, DJ Wang Kun, DJ Toji.
Told you, right? Yeah.
Introduced through DJ Cam.
DJ King. My son,
DJ Microphone Checker, DJ Mix Mash, which you guys put me on.
my man.
DJ West, DJ Sky, Tommy put me on to him. He put me on to DJ Block.
Oh, Block, right.
I don't remember how I got introduced to DJ Aaron, but
That's
I
my guy.
did, yeah. But I
Aaron's my guy out of Illinois.
DJ Sugar Daddy Kevin Woodley,
Big time.
big time. Grand Mixer DXT,
Big time.
Hmm.
Rhonda Supreme,
Yeah.
and I think I got everybody. Thank you guys. Oh, DJ Clientele.
Oh, what
You
about Chris? Chris,
Yes, my boy Chris, DJ CJ.
CJ, yeah.
You know, and then later on with your DJ T Major. I don't know if he's still on or not. Your DJ Dan, he was on putting chats in there. Chris Claus. Uh, I know I'm forgetting a few people, but thank you all, because this without you guys, this doesn't happen. I have nobody to talk to. Nobody's going to stare at me for 30 days straight
Right?
talking about nothing.
So I'm gonna put the pressure on everybody right now. Are y'all coming to the DJ Expo November 16th? Is anybody interested in that?
I'm not going.
Woody, you not going?
I've never been.
Why you not going?
I honestly, I just never really had an interest to go down there.
Okay,
To be honest with you,
okay.
so I just
Well, I'm
never.
going to be there,
Okay,
and we're going to do a DJ interview from there live.
really.
Find a power out and
Out of power.
right in the
I'm
middle.
I have my phone and a mic.
I'm gonna be his cameraman.
Tommy going to be the cameraman.
So they moved it to November 16th this year because
Yes.
normally
Yeah,
they had it in August, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's always in August. Yeah.
November 16th. Keep me posted on that.
DJ T Major
If
said he
y'all gonna be
planned on
there,
going
I'll make an
with
exception.
the
I'll try to
virus.
get there.
So
Keep me posted on it. I'll make an exception. I'll try to get there then.
Yeah, we're gonna be down there the whole week.
he
So
going to be there the whole week, just
yeah.
chilling.
And
Oh,
even if you don't make it, Woody, we not far from Jersey.
well,
Have
Yeah.
you
no,
come up?
I can drive there because I go there all the time to go to Oceans and play slots since I got comps.
Okay.
I drive down there a lot.
The thing I learned about the DJ Expo, it's not the same anymore, but you really can get to know what technology is coming out.
Mhm.
You really can get to see like, oh, this is the new this is the new that. You know what I'm saying? So like before, everybody was there before, like Serato was around, but a lot of technology is built into the mixes now and into the controllers now, so you don't have so many different individual pieces. But I mean, it's still a good place to like network, just like how this is, and introduce yourself to a lot of the brands that's there. And
But Woody,
I
Woody's
guess you make it. You make
he's
it
in
what
DJ
you can.
retirement mode.
DJ retirement role is that a such thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's like I was saying. I don't look for gigs. Somebody calls me, cool.
Okay,
I
okay,
don't actively go out like I used to.
okay.
'Cause I've done it so long, and just taking a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I do when I feel that way? I go into a different market. Then it's all new again to me. It's all new to me. Like, you get tired. Like, I guess I started in clubs, and just like at everybody else, you do somebody's house party, you do somebody's baby shower, and then I got into the club, and then I did a couple of clubs, as they say, residencies now. So I was there for a couple of years, and then I got fortunate to go on tour with a singer, and then every new thing was like exciting. Like, oh, this is new. I never did this. So I guess that really kept me continue doing it. Yeah. hmm
I got a question. What is the most out of the ordinary genre that you've ever DJ'd that even shocked you? And that goes for everybody on the panel right now.
You say that shocked you?
Yeah, shocked you, or that you wouldn't have expected it, or those who follow you wouldn't have expected you to go into. Tommy just talked about doing something new, kind of refresh things. So what other genres have you all gone into that would shock the people who are watching this right now?
I can say for me, it was doing an Indian wedding.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Where I had them give me a list of music to look for. And that was like the first time I really downloaded music because normally I always took pride in not downloading because I have all my vinyls.
Mhm.
And that one I actually had to learn about the download world, how to buy music from iTunes, which I despise because, like Tommy was saying, after you get promotion records almost all your whole career, now you gotta pay 99 cents or whatever for a song.
Right.
So I had to get over that, and I ended up buying like probably 100 songs plus the songs that they wanted. I had no idea what I was really playing, so I had one of their people in their party come up with me
Mhm.
and guide me, so I can make sure I'm not playing the wrong thing. And you know, at the end of the day, they paid well. My God, they paid well. So it was worth learning something
Mhm.
like that. So, I think doing that and a straight Italian wedding was probably the strangest genre I've ever played. Like, I had to bring the matriarch or the family in on The Godfather.
Mhm. Mhm.
Wow.
Forget about it.
They kissed the ring, one of those,
Mhm.
you but I learned a different type of music.
Right.
And I still have that crate in my Serato set up. But if I ever had to do that type of party again, I could walk in and do it.
Yo.
You see,
Yeah, man.
my thing is, and I told a friend of mine because I was so disappointed in him because I had him open up. I used to take him everywhere with me, and I used to have him open up for me, and I didn't expect him to have the same music that I had, but still have open up songs. So then Serato came about, and then he had access to music, and he still wasn't playing the good songs. And I'm like, bro, there's no reason why you can't play songs that I'm playing.
Mhm.
And so back to Woody's point, there's no reason you shouldn't have a crate 3 or 4 or 5 hot Indian songs or Afrobeat songs or Italian. You gotta have Frank in there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have Frank Sinatra in it. You gotta have Billy Joel. And
If you don't have
but I
Frank
do got a question for
Sinatra,
Woody.
we'll find you.
I do got a question for Woody.
Wait, Tommy, you didn't answer the question.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
The question was what type of party have you played that people wouldn't have thought you can play or you were requested to play?
It would have happened May 3rd of this year. It was a Jewish girl marrying a Japanese guy.
Mm.
Wow.
So that would have happened in May. Like I played West Indian and Trinidad, Italian, top 40. That's kind of easy. But the challenge, it would have been this one. The girl is Jewish and the guy is from Japan. And
Mhm.
then they was had certain requests, and I was like, whatever you want, like especially now, like just tell me what you want, and I can get the music. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's not that difficult. And weddings is like you really DJing maybe for an hour and a half the most.
Yeah. What about you, Gary?
I had to play at a friend of mine called me the day before. He wanted me to DJ. The regular DJ, something happened to him, and it was more of a white crowd, and so I had no idea who to expect. So I downloaded a bunch of like AM classics and rock songs and things like that, and I went in and we played pretty well. My regular audience would be surprised that I was playing like songs like You're So Fine and those old WABC songs in the morning, those type of songs, and then I live in Westchester County, it's a mixed area, so I had some friends listen to rock and things like that. So I downloaded some rock songs, and I bet after a couple of days, some of my other friends did come in and heard me playing that music they were shocked.
Was you
Nah.
playing Serato or vinyl?
I was virtual DJ.
Well, yeah, digital. Okay,
hmm
because I know I didn't have a budget at that time to buy all of those genres of music.
Oh no,
I didn't have that budget.
no. And think about
I grew up on it, but
yeah, think about the new technology is if you can download stuff right there if you don't have it.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, there's no reason for somebody to turn down a gig, to me,
Right.
unless you don't have the equipment. But, hey, can you do this Jewish wedding? And I had to get the, I don't know the name of the song, but, they hold you up in the chair and they do the stuff. Yes.
You should know that, Gary.
Listen, so I got to talk to Gary later, yeah, because I'm doing it next year, 2021, but in May. But I had to get that, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, this is the joint. But there's no reason for you, to turn down a gig if you feel like you're not comfortable with, oh, I don't have that music. And just like going back to what you said earlier, as far as your comfort zone, me leaving my comfort zone made me a lot of money.
Yes.
Because I did a friend of mine asked me to do a gay party. And I was like, okay, why not? Like, they paying, and they was paying. And I was doing a party, and let me tell you something. They treated me like I was royalty. You know what I'm saying? And they gave me tips and all of this stuff. And if I was too comfortable and turned that down, I would have totally missed that opportunity. For real. I would have totally missed it. And I did a couple of all type of parties like that. And, you just focus on your DJing, you know what I'm saying? And I made shout out to Mary Mack. We made the New York Times for doing the Pride Parade. And that's 2.4 million people on the parade route. And that's leaving my comfort zone, you know what I'm saying?
The one I did was Big Band.
Oh,
2 days before, and we were still playing with CDs. So scouring the places for big band music to play. But like y'all guys said, when you go out that comfort zone of just playing what you know, your pay goes up too. We got $750 to play for 2 hours, and not even the whole 2 hours.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you're talking about back in the late 90s.
Yeah.
But $750 was a lot of money.
I tell you, when you leave what quote unquote your comfort zone, meaning our folks, you will make money.
Look, DJ Dan is saying he got his biggest tip ever from a gay couple.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And they embrace you like, yo, thank you for coming, blase. Man, I had a great time.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Tommy, was it you that said that you took a while to kind of build up your rock collection?
No, I always got me some Nevada and Rolling Stones.
There you go. Okay.
Let me tell you.
Like some Frampton?
Yeah, totally. No, I got, like I said before, like with the vinyl, I definitely don't have it in vinyl.
Oh, okay.
But I have the knowledge of it from just growing up hearing it on the radio. So once I got the digital, it was like, oh, I know this. I got, especially like the Rolling Stones, their catalog is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the vinyl, it's a little different with me and the vinyl. My parents, they had, and that's how I got my originals. You know what I'm saying? Because of my parents. But as far as vinyl, as far as the digital, there's no reason why you don't have, and you don't have to have every hot song, but you got to have Satisfaction. You got to have a couple of Beatles songs. You got to have the hot Billy Joel songs. And those would get you through those Godfather nights. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you need Led Zeppelin.
You need Led Zeppelin. Okay.
You need Led
Yeah,
Zeppelin.
DJ Kidtree is saying multi-genre is definitely the ticket.
Yes.
Yes. Does
And,
that
and you know what's so funny? And you know what's so funny now? You know what's the trending word now? Like, I'm an open format DJ. I'm an open format DJ.
what
And
does
then I
that
was
mean?
then I was like, well, what does that mean? And then I'm like, oh, I can play anything. Like, I thought you're supposed to play everything. You know what I'm saying? I thought you're supposed to play everything. You know what I mean? I said, oh, that's a thing now. Okay, yeah, Jazzy Jeff, and I'm like, Jazzy Jeff plays soul and hip hop. He don't play rock. He don't play, you know what I'm saying? He don't play dance music. But
Which
he's an open format DJ. But he's playing songs that you never heard before. That doesn't make you an open format DJ.
do
He's
you know
playing good
commercial
music.
years ago, and it's a beer commercial, but they went and started describing what they did. They're like, and we clean out the, they talked about their process. Now, every other beer maker was like, well, we all do that. That's what we all do. We have to do that. Regulations.
Right.
The difference is that they told the story of what they did. So just like this whole open format, they're saying it as if it's a thing. It's kind of like saying, gluten free, right?
Right.
Gluten free cheese. Well, cheese has always been gluten free, but
Oh, I get you. Right.
so
Like the Oreos are vegan, right?
So the thing is that if they're saying it though, now the people who are looking for open format, then they will show up in the search. So it is a great way to get in front of a trending search.
Yes.
And if you understand that that's what's happening, then you jump in front of that same trending search, knowing that you're just stating the obvious.
See, I like what you said, trending search too. Like a lot of things is keywords, and that's a very important thing when you do your bio or whatever you want to do and have on social media. I mean, on the internet, you want to have those keywords. Yeah, totally.
Jason, we need to let him sit in one of our sessions.
Oh yes, yeah.
I'll be happy, man. I'm always a fly on the wall to learn something. And me and Harry got some stuff coming down the pipe.
Brewing.
Starting next month. And when Harry come up, we're going to be, it's going to be at the DJ Expo, but there's a lot of work that's going to be being done, taken care of. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let me
Brewing.
give you a tip then before the DJ Expo, and start from like now. Start videoing every day, just kind of like some behind the scenes thing, because this is where folks tend to miss it. They miss the opportunity of the build up, and then they miss the opportunity of repurposing that build up, because that could be used again and again and again. I'm using stuff now that I produced like 3 or 4 years ago. It's content that I just had sitting around, and I said, okay, now it's time to push it out because it's just on the principle of it. So wherever it's relevant, you push it back out there, and then you can use that to grow your audience that much more. So
Right.
start from now, getting all of that background stuff, and then we can use that later on. You'd be surprised at what you can do with your behind the scenes stuff.
Totally. And that's why I stream all the time and all of that, because content is so important.
Hey Harry, you were mentioning that your out of comfort zone was a big band party.
Yeah.
These 3 albums got me through one party: Volume 8, Volume 9, and Volume 10.
We bought 2 CDs. I don't know what was on it. It must have been both best of, and we managed to just play that for less than 2 hours,
Nice.
and they loved it.
Great.
Just recently, I had to play some Southern Soul. The only thing I know about the South is the South Bronx, So
What did you have to play?
downloaded
Southern Soul?
some.
Dude, Southern Soul is that's good.
I look. I from New York. I lived in Arizona. I did not too much in the South. I mean, I know the popular records, but I couldn't play a lot of it. I have all the popular records. I just downloaded some a block of something that someone had on YouTube and let that play, and I learned a lot from there. The people enjoyed it. You know, and they've been getting hired ever since. And now I know the music.
Hmm.
I learned that genre when I went to do a party in Franklin, Virginia, about 4 years ago, and that's all they
That's
wanted.
the boonies
Yeah,
out here.
but
A
that's
friend of
all they
mine,
I learned it.
that I grew up with here in New Rochelle, he lives in Virginia now, and that's all he plays the Southern song now. He came back and was giving me his music. I'm like, what am I going to do with this? And now I found an audience for it. I get hired all the time for it.
Yeah,
What's up, DJ Clientele? If you, I know you just popped it in, but I did say thank you to you. We are celebrating the 40th episode, so thank you, DJ Kid Tree, saying something about liquor house music. Y'all ever heard of that?
That sound regional.
Yeah,
nah, I ain't never heard of Liquor House.
me either.
That sound real
You
regional.
know, to me,
Yeah.
Southern Soul was black liquor music.
That,
Brown liquor.
yeah,
Brown
yeah.
liquor music. That's Southern Soul, brown liquor music.
Yeah,
You know your parents got their own slang with something.
Yeah.
Baby making music, and our certain type of rap music is chain snatching music.
yeah.
You know, so
But this,
The DJ Clientele, when we did our interview, he talked about Southern Soul, and I didn't know what it was. So this is saying how you guys gonna handle the new
I know. I mean,
music policy?
What's the new policy? I heard
what
they
new
just
policy? It didn't change. It's
cracking
still
down on it harder.
October 1st, they getting more stringent than what they've been doing.
really.
Yeah,
Facebook,
Facebook.
Facebook company.
Yeah,
It's fine. You got to understand something. When they create something, there's always somebody there to break it.
of course.
So it's just a matter of time we figuring this something out. But people got to understand too, Facebook and Instagram is not made for music. They're not going to pay the licensing. They not, and I totally understand it's not made for that. But my thing is this: if you want to do streaming now, you kind of miss your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? There's no place to go. There's no place to play music out.
Mixcloud is the only legal one left.
Right, but you got to think about it. How many people you got on Mixcloud opposed to Facebook? You know what I'm saying? So you got to build up that whole situation, and you got to introduce people to. It's not a social media. Mixcloud is.
So let me ask you. Let me be devil's advocate and ask you this: you play on Facebook, you get 50 people that see it.
Right.
You play on Mixcloud, you get 100 people that see it. What's the difference?
It's no difference. The point is you're getting people to see it, and that's the whole point of it. Even if you on Facebook and they mute it and they shut it down and they do whatever they do, people going to Tommy DJ. Maybe I didn't know Tommy DJ. Oh, I forgot. I never saw Tommy DJ. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people it's not so much of being on there and using that as a platform to blow up. I like to believe it's a platform to, hey, I'm still here. I still DJ. Just because I'm not in the club or on tour or whatever, you can still, see me. And there's people that reached out to me, when the world opens up, can you do this backyard for my mother? Can you do this? Can you do that? And, that's basically the whole purpose of it. And to be honest with you, it gives me something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Because when the COVID was really going in, of course, Facebook is going to shut me down. But some of the comments I got was like, man, I really need this. Like, I just came from the hospital. I came from the doctor. And I'm like, and all of us know when we hear that song, you don't have to be a DJ. You just got to love music. And when you hear that song, I don't care what other song that you might be playing, but if you hear that one song, it's going to change your whole frame of mind for at least a couple of minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was my purpose.
So what you're saying is you'd rather take the 50 people on Facebook than the 100 people on Mixcloud.
I'd rather have 50 wolves than 100 sheep.
Well, let me
People
ask
need to
you.
hear this.
I was talking to DJ Mixmash 2 days ago about this, and he was telling me about that they were getting ready to shut down the DJs on Facebook October 1st. And I said to him, I said, and this is just my opinion, and maybe y'all could chime in on it. I said, I think the reason why they're shutting everybody down is because people were putting up cash apps.
Mm.
And a lot of the performers were, just like anything else. They weren't getting paid. You got people down there saying, I'm not working. This is my only source of income. Slap a cash app up. Everybody started slapping cash apps up. And I told him, I said, I can't prove it, but I think that's the reason it's getting shut down and why they're getting more stringent.
No, it's the licensing. It's the licensing.
Yeah,
I was getting shut down 4 years ago.
Look, Lady D Wells is saying that is correct. Lady Wells, I know, I don't know if you were here or not, but you're one of the reasons why this DJ interview is at its 40th episode. So thank you. But she's saying, yes, that's correct about
let me chime in on that.
things. Go ahead.
Okay. And I understand that that may be the consensus, but that's not what the issue is. Okay. And you will know that by understanding what Facebook's business model is, just like all the other ones' business model. Anything that you do that could potentially put their business model at risk, or where they will be like, even if they can say, well, you know what, we're not responsible for the content that goes on our platform. They don't want the hassle of having to go through litigation, because even though they come out on top, they may come out on top, maybe not, but the expense that is entailed in coming out on top still means money leaving their hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you were an entity, if you had an enterprise that made them money anytime that you sneeze, then they look the other way. Okay. Because they know that your presence there is making them more money than a litigation would. But if that's not the situation, if you don't have a platform, you don't have a crowd, you don't have that kind of presence to where just in you showing up, it's kind of like, who was that? That celebrity, Hilton. Okay, well,
Paris?
like Hilton. Okay,
Paris Hilton?
yeah, Paris Hilton. She would get paid for showing up at clubs. All right, she doesn't get charged to go into clubs. If you are that type that you have that following, that by showing up on a platform, it means that more ads are going to be clicked on, more money is going to be made, then you get a pass. If that's not you, you don't get a pass and you get your stuff shut down. I don't care if you have a Cash App or not. They don't care about your Cash App.
They don't care about your cash app. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was getting shut down 4 years ago, and I was doing 15-minute sets. And that was 4 years. That was 2006 when I was doing Violator Radio.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, let me turn this on. And never did it live. I think that's when they first introduced live on Facebook, because Instagram still was its own entity, and Facebook didn't buy it. So I think Instagram had live first, and then Facebook got the live, and then Facebook bought Instagram. But when Facebook got live, I noticed, oh, what's this? And I tried it, and I was doing it, and then I was getting all of these warnings, didn't know what they was about. But yeah, they've been doing it. It's not the Cash App. You gotta pay licensing. Radio stations have to pay for licensing.
And if you don't have station, if you don't have those other ancillary passes in place, you're gonna get shut down.
Everybody
calling the owner of Instagram to see if you could play.
Right. Perfect example. Just like we all watch football. When that commercial come on, you can't broadcast the football game without the rights, and all of this for the NFL is prohibited. That's the same thing. You can't re-air that game and make money off it. You can't. It's the same exact thing. And I'm not mad at Facebook, but I am mad at Facebook. But I understand the business aspect of it. But my thing is though, utilize the platform as much as you can to benefit you until they shut it down. Hip hop was built on shutting stuff down. We be in the parks. If the police don't come, it's a fight. If a fight don't happen, it's a shootout. If a shootout don't happen, it's a robbery. So it's never all easy breezy. You know what I'm saying?
Though, and Tommy, I will have to respectfully say I'd be kind of cautious there. Main thing is because if you have a platform now, if you have a platform that you have built off of these platforms, to where if you get shut down one day, you could be up with another account the next day and just let your whole tribe know, hey, I'm up, but I'm up on this account. Okay, but if you don't have that, and then you get shut down, and then you have to go through a whole series. It's like, I'm an expert on Facebook jail. Okay.
Yeah, Jason's a felon.
Yes. So
He's a
you know,
felon.
so you will have to get a whole new setup because right now they're able to even log into your computer itself and say, oh, this computer was used to create accounts. So anytime that you go to use that computer, you got to get a whole new situation in order to open up an account.
Right.
So
And that's just like with anything, abusing something. Now,
you can
people,
even
how do you do a 3-hour set on Facebook? Oh, I just keep pressing it. I just keep pressing it. That's how you're going to get in trouble. So like I said, I was streaming when Facebook first had the live. When
Mhm.
I kept doing that, and I got put in Facebook jail.
Okay,
I've been
yeah.
in Facebook jail like 4 years ago. Correct. Hmm.
Now I'm gonna again lean back on my experience of this very topic. I don't press the button again and again and again. I'm
Exactly.
actually very pristine, clean on what I do on these platforms. And I woke up, I wasn't even on the platform, and my account was shut down.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm saying the nuances because see, there's quite a few factors that come into play here. For one, your reach and the type of influence that you have, and who you have influence over. Okay, you don't have to have masses, but if you've got key people that run masses, then you're the hub that they shut down. So you got to be very cognizant of that in that sense, so that if you're going to do that, you have to make sure that you have a plan already in place on what your recovery is going to look like, because you will have to implement that plan. You
And
most
they
definitely,
wipe you out like you never existed.
absolutely. I had 10 years worth of solid content just completely obliterated like that.
Right, because you're putting your content on somebody else's platform, right?
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, I have backups, but there's certain things that that I do on the fly. Like if somebody has a question, I usually will answer that in full detail, and I don't always capture that and put it somewhere. Sometimes I get a little lazy and I don't do that. But that means that all of that content that I could have just harvested and repurposed, I could have turned it into books and volumes and all that. I got to rebuild that.
Yeah,
So
that
just
was
so you have
great.
to understand what you're playing with, and so long as you're okay with it, okay. But you
So
got to
let me
know.
just add this, and I'm just going to leave. You see how important this DJ interview is? Because the conversation of things that I thought I know, but I don't know the details of it. People that's not familiar with this or not, it's all a whole learning process. And like you can learn something every day. You know what I'm saying?
And people
Yeah.
need to hear this because, it's not talked about a lot.
Exactly.
It's behind the scenes, but not, out in the open,
And I would say if everybody did this
Um,
very simple thing, go and find out, get the annual report of the platform of choice. Get their annual reports, their business report, and then look through that, study it. Because you're going to learn something about that platform that you didn't know and understand why it works the way that it does. And it will inform you on what you can and cannot do on it. And it's not going to spell it out for you black and white. You're going to have to now read between the lines as to what is important to them. And anything that you do that impacts that, you're putting yourself in danger of getting your stuff shut down
Exactly.
because you're with your money.
Exactly. And I know me growing up, I used to say, "Oh, this is stupid. This is stupid." I had to stop using that because I realized just because I don't understand something, it's not stupid.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I had to realize that, and I was comfortable saying that's stupid. It was
Mhm.
uncomfortable for me to keep my mouth closed and let somebody actually explain something. And then once I realized and experienced that, I learned so much. And now I understand why people doing certain things. And
Right.
that helps me in my business. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So people, why this, why that? And you can just know where somebody's at because certain things you should kind of understand if you in that, you know, predicament.
Mhm.
Right.
But
Mhm.
I just want to say thank you, Harry. Congratulations on your
Yes,
40th.
we get ready to wrap this up.
Yeah, and I just want to say we all got to link up. Woody, we're going to be in your neck of the woods.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
In
be there.
November, we're going to definitely holler at you.
All right.
Anderson, good to see you. Hopefully we can link up.
Definitely.
Jason, where you located at?
I'm in New Rochelle.
Washington State.
I'm not too far
New
from Eden.
Rochelle?
Mm-hmm.
Where you at, Jason?
Washington State.
he's on the other side of the country.
Other side of the country. Hey,
Hey,
it's nothing but a JetBlue flight away. But good talking to you guys, all right?
It's great meeting you, man.
Thank you
Okay. Shout out
guys.
to everybody with the comments. Shout
Yes,
out to everybody that's on the comments, man. The comments was going off. I wish I could have read them. D Wells is there. Howie's there. People were saying about ASCAP. You know, you got some good comments, man.
a little bit ago we went over 100 messages.
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, you got a lot of messages.
that's
Peace
what's up.
out, y'all.
All right,
All
later,
right, Pete.
Tommy.
All right, Tommy.
All right, Tommy. Nice meeting you,
All
man.
right.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up because I'm hungry. I got another
Boy, you
interview.
were too late to eat, didn't you?
I got, never too late to eat.
Harry's always eating.
No, they don't know, Gary. That's what keeps food.
No more
So
cooking food, though.
thank you, everybody. I have another interview on Thursday where me and Chris Gloss, he's going to be interviewing me on Step Out of Comfort Zone, his page.
Nice.
I'll send it to everybody.
Okay.
Thank you guys for coming on. We will resume our regularly scheduled interview next week with a DJ. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, DJ Mr. Anderson. Thank you, DJ Woody Wood for coming on and calming me down and taking some anxiety away. Thank everybody in the chat, DJ Howie D, DJ Lady D Wells, DJ So Lovely, and everybody else that came in. And we will see you guys next week. Same time, same place. Harry the Big Dog DJ interview. You guys take it easy.
Please keep me posted on the expo.
We surely will.
Let me know, 'cause I might meet you guys down there.
All right.
We
'Cause I wanna
surely
come.
will. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks. Peace, y'all. Nice
All
meeting
right.
you.